I'm joined now by Stephen Kinnock, the Minister of State for Care. Very good morning to you.
Good morning. Hello.
Thanks for joining us. Let's start with that. And I guess why don't we use that framing on the front page to say that European leaders are uniting to support President Zelenskyy. Is there a sense that they need to unite almost against President Trump on the Zelenskyy side of these negotiations or not?
No, I don't think it's against. I think it's very much a team effort, which is about saying we've got to now stand, as we always have, shoulder to shoulder with Ukraine, with President Zelenskyy. We've got to send a very clear signal to the world, including to Moscow, that European leaders are ready to put together a very strong ironclad security guarantee so that whatever is negotiated, whatever deal is done, of course, only with the agreement of President Zelenskyy and the Ukrainian people, that agreement will be backed up by an international security guarantee, which I'm very encouraged to see the United States making positive noises about that too. So it would be an American and European backstop to ensure that whatever deal is done is fully protected and guaranteed by international forces.
Obviously, President Trump this morning on Truth Social ruled out a membership of NATO, but as I think you're alluding to, Steve Witkoff in an interview yesterday did suggest some kind of guarantee, including US support, could be possible. If that guarantee materialises, does it change the nature of the debate around what land Russia gets to keep? Is it then almost OK to accept Russia keeping some of this Ukrainian territory or not? Is the British view, if Zelenskyy wants it to be that way, that there should be no ceding of ground?
We're very clear that nothing can be agreed about Ukraine without Ukraine, and that is particularly important when it comes to the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Ukraine. If a deal is done which helps to move towards peace and which is acceptable to President Zelenskyy, then our job, along with our European partners and allies and our United States partners, will be to back that deal up. Because what we've seen over years is that unless you have very strong security guarantees, the deals you do with President Putin are not worth the paper they're written on. He's violated treaty after treaty, agreement after agreement, and we've got to draw a line under that. The only way to do that is to make it very clear to him that there will be very, very serious consequences through an international security guarantee if he does try to violate that deal.
Which might include British boots on the ground in Ukraine?
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. That's a really big decision, of course, whenever British service personnel are deployed. But as our Defence Secretary has said, we will do our bit. We will absolutely be ready to make a significant contribution to any security guarantee that is agreed with all of the partners and allies of President Zelenskyy and his government.
Can British troops on the ground in a place like that only be secure and safe if there is US involvement in whatever that kind of peacekeeping force materialises? Well,
the British military forces are some of the best in the world, and I'm absolutely confident that we will work with our international partners and allies, including the United States, to ensure that that security guarantee is robust, that it is land, sea and air, and that it is a very, very strong guarantee that whatever agreement is reached between President Zelenskyy, President Putin, that deal will be respected and guaranteed. And that, of course, when you're dealing with somebody like President Putin, you have to show that you are strong, that you will deploy the force that is required, and that he will be made to respect the deal that he signs up to with other international players.
Let's touch on your announcement today around diagnostic testing centres. Are these testing centres new, or they've just been expanded under this government? Give me an update.
It's something that's ongoing. It's actually from the previous government, so credit where credit's due. It was an idea that was started by them. But what I am really pleased about is we've now got up to 100 community diagnostic centres across the country that are operating 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. They are very conveniently located centres. They're in shopping centres, in your local university, in other easily accessible parts of your local town. And it's where you can go in and get any kind of diagnostic or scan that will really help things like, for example, rapid identification, diagnosis of cancer or ruling out of cancer within 28 days. And we've seen up to 100,000 additional people being caught in terms of lung cancer, thanks to the major contribution that community diagnostic centres are making. So it's very much about our 10-year plan and that shift from hospital to community, taking pressure off secondary and acute and off outpatient appointments, getting those appointments into the community and really helping to speed up diagnosis, speed up treatment, and ultimately make our NHS work far more effectively and make it work around patients rather than, the patients having to work around the NHS.
More comments relating to welfare that have come out recently from your father. And I just wondered what your personal view was on the two-child benefit cap. Is this something that you clash with him on or you agree with him on?
Well, look, you've invited me onto this show as a government minister. I sit here today talking on behalf of the government. I'm not going to speculate on the budget as it's coming forward in October, and that is a matter for the Chancellor. But it's absolutely clear that as things stand, lifting the two-child benefit cap is not government policy. And
are these things that you get grief from your cabinet colleagues? Because your father on a show in that studio with Trevor Phillips came out and started calling for a wealth tax. Is he causing trouble for the government or not?
Well, look, Dad's a former leader of the Labour Party and he's got strong opinions on a wide range of things. But as I say, there is only one person right now who's making decisions about how the budget will look, of course, working closely together with the Prime Minister and the rest of the Cabinet, and that is Rachel Reeves, the Chancellor. If my dad has views about these things, he's, of course, always welcome to contact Rachel. I'm sure she'd be happy to have a chat with him.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. Very good to see you today.
Thank you.
Stephen Kinnock there, the Minister of State for Care. Right, let's have a look at the weather now.
Breathtaking views with clear skies ahead. The weather, sponsored by Qatar Airways.
The weather remains largely fine and settled next week, but low cloud will linger around eastern shores and brisk gusty winds will bring showers to the southwest. Most places will have a dry start this morning, but it will also be grey and dull for much of central and eastern Britain with the odd spot of drizzle. The best of the warm sunshine will tend to be further west, though the sunshine may be hazy at times and brisk blustery winds in the southwest will bring increasing risk of thundery showers to parts of the West Country and Southern Ireland. By the afternoon, most of the low cloud inland will have lifted to reveal brighter skies, but it is likely to persist around some North Sea coasts and the Northern Isles, keeping it cooler and bringing a little drizzle in places.
Breathtaking views with clear skies ahead. Qatar Airways sponsors the weather.
So to come here on The Breakfast Show, we'll have more on today's emergency summit at the White House on Ukraine.